Could you briefly introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Christian. So I am a Stanford graduated in 2019. I studied electrical engineering, also did a master's there, and I have been an engineer ever since.
In your experience, what is the biggest problem in the US, do you think?
Biggest problem in the US? I think lately I've just been thinking about the current state of America. I think people get very opinionated, get emotional on certain things without trying to understand the other side, maybe. I think actually people are not as extreme as you think. I think people have a reason they believe the things they do, and I think it's important for us to understand their side, at least see where they're coming from. And I think that, the media, there's it's back and forth, a lot of vitriol and a lot of extremities maybe, but I think it's just about empathy and just understanding. At the end of the day, we're all just trying to live, be a good human, understand the other side, and just go on with your life, So yeah, I think there's a lot of healing to be done in this country, but I have confidence that we will make it, we will.
Then where's the empathy come from?
Empathy, I think, has to come from somebody that did something for you. Because I think for me, it's the best way, when you receive something, you always feel there's something that I should do. I can't just be receiving all the time. And empathy, I think, comes from a place of understanding where maybe you've been through something that you experienced and you can relate to someone at a different level. And I think if you just see them for who they are, not as someone who is bigger or someone who is lesser than you, just see them as a human being, I think you start the process of understanding what empathy is. It's not about trying to convince someone or, lecture someone. It's about just saying, okay, why do you feel the way that you do? And maybe we can have a conversation.
Okay. Then in this modern society, which value is the most underestimated, do you think?
Undervalued.
Yes.
So not the typical answer, right? I mean, I think America, people very, very much prioritize independence and doing things for yourself and kind of figuring it out. You live out the American dream, you kind of fulfill it. But I think what we lost in that search for that independence is actually the relying on community and just having just community and people that you can rely on, neighborhoods, next door neighbors, whether you go to church or not. I think in modern society, it's really hard not really hard, but I read a statistic that people are feeling more lonely than ever. And, that could be because of COVID, but I think it's just generally people are just kind of doing their own thing. And I think if people took the time to kind of maybe, be more open about getting to know each other, having some kind of community aspect, I think that could be good for society.
I really agree about that. Okay, then in this modern society, there are so many fake and facts in there, like in social media or article too.
Yeah.
So how do you treat them, or how do you get the right information by the media?
That's a hard question, and if someone knows the answer to that, that'd be great. I think you should always understand that whatever content you're listening to on the news or on YouTube or whatever, there's some agenda behind it. There's different types of agendas, but just understand that it's one perspective, it's one type of source, and you shouldn't treat everything as the ground truth. You should do your research, understand where the sources are coming from, and more importantly, understand why they portray it that way. And I think it's going to be hard to understand the truth. It's a lifelong journey, I think, even for anybody. But the most you can do, I think, or the best you can do, is at least try to understand where the information is coming from and ask the right questions to help you get there.